Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of SkyFactory version 3. I am Andy and I will be running you through the rest of the farming age. As you see here, I've got a handful of this already accomplished. We're going to go ahead and complete the rest of that out today. So I appreciate you guys joining me and hope you enjoyed the video. We're going to start off first with... First I'm going to show you guys what I've done off camera in between episodes here. Actually done quite a bit. Expanded the chicken area out quite a bit, and in fact put a second area down here where I've got some more places for sheep, pigs, cows to spawn. Started organizing all of the chickens that we've been growing here, and in fact every single one of these that you see here is a level 10, 10, 10 chicken. That was accomplished in the way that you see where each chicken has a pair next to it, and continuously took those eggs and threw them into the little egg nests with redstone lamps over that. We covered that before. With redstone lamps on, it does speed up the hatching process of the egg. We're going to be automating this today to go into a chest for later on going into a refined storage system. I've got the vacuum chest still picking up just random stuff here. Look, Butt's got eyes on his... The horse has eyes on his butt. That is awesome. No. That's funny. Okay, anyway. Also, in between episodes, got some more iron seeds. Got those planted. That's taken a lot of Inferium essence, more than I was expecting, and I have a feeling it's going to be much more throughout the process all the way through with mystical agriculture. One of the other things here that I took was the furnaces that were over here in this area, and I've upgraded them to Inferium furnaces. That recipe is just like this. If I can type. There we are. Just like this. So just a normal furnace with a Inferium block, which is a 3x3 or a full crafting table of Inferium essence, and then 3 Inferium essence on top of that. So it's 12 total Inferium essence and the one furnace. Went ahead and upgraded all 5 of them. What that does is it increases your efficiency of burn for whatever fuel you have in here, like coal. Increases that by 15%. So should last us a little bit longer as far as the fuel that's in there. I don't think it has any effect on how long it takes for stuff to actually process in the furnace, but it definitely does have the effect for the fuel itself. We've gotten a ton of dirt. In fact, doing all that hatching of the chickens, as you see here, has drastically increased the amount of dirt we have just by the simple vanilla process of putting dirt into the wooden barrel and then using the hoppers to pull it out. So it's a lot easier than having to manually do it all the way through. In fact, I've still got all these. I added up the drying racks, more drying racks, because while I'm AFK or away from the computer, I go into my AFK spawn area here and just let it turn. In fact, usually about 12 hours I would go through about, with the Jerkinator, about 30 or so monster jerky. Not a whole lot, but it does keep me from dying while in there, so everything does continue to run. I haven't touched the mob spawner, the mob farm at all. I think I picked up a brewing stand out of one of the spawn bags. Found out that you can use a bucket to pull lava directly out of here, out of the iron drum, which is fantastic. And if you notice, the iron drum is maxed out. That is it's pretty awesome. Also, I expanded the entire Tinker's Construct smeltery. Another layer up top and added in another seared tank to store more lava. That way I've got the 8,000 total. Got gold and steel in here. That's for something a little bit later on that I'm going to show you as well. I don't need this feather. So I accidentally cleared out my inventory about an hour ago by accident, by sheer complete accident. So I had to rebuild my copper broadsword in Tinker's Construct system. The animal net, which is a the animal net, which is a 3-stick and 3-string crafting recipe. Made a diamond pickaxe out of stuff that I pulled out of the auto sieve system, the Sagno and auto sieve system, and then made also an iron hammer. Achievement book was actually in one of the chests, which was fortunate for me. I didn't have to make one of those or miraculously come across one of them out of the mob spawner. I was fortunate enough the Jerkinator that was in my inventory, I lost it, but I picked up another one from the mob spawner from one of the loot bags, which was really fortunate for me. And then I just went ahead and filled it up with a whole bunch of rotten flesh that was hung up to dry. I had it I added a whole bunch of these drying racks to do that. Just real quick, right back to the smeltery over here. I ended up making this tool forge here, which was it was somewhat resource intensive, definitely iron intensive. Tool forge. It's actually really simple. It's just seared bricks, traditional seared bricks, just like this. Take 4 seared brick and into that pattern, which is created by putting grout into the furnace. Grout is made by clay block, 4 sand, 4 gravel, makes 8 individual grouts. Burn it in the furnace, turns into seared brick. 1 grout block per 1 seared brick. 4 of those into a block of seared bricks. And then 3 of those individually. So 3 overall seared bricks, which is 12 seared brick, the individual ingot version. 4 blocks of iron. Again, 36 iron ingots, and then the tool station, which is just a crafting table or crafting station with a blank pattern on top. Through that there, primarily for what we're going to be doing a little bit later in the achievement book, was just testing out a couple things as far as stats go. But yeah, so let's go ahead and let's go ahead and get into this. So I've got this really weird looking, mysterious looking wood structure here. You're probably wondering what's up with it. Andy, what's going on with it? Why is it in the middle of your basin so weird looking? Well, you know, that's the mysterious part of it. It's the fun nature. So I've got it set up for one of the achievements, and some of you all probably already know what that achievement is, but you know, we're going to go ahead and reveal that. Actually, let me make a regular axe real quick so I can break this log. Stick, stick, stick. Where are you? Oh, hey, I already have an axe. Awesome. Should I do it? Oh, I did it. Hey, so yeah, I've got a cow right here. We're actually going to put a cow in a jar, and I've only got this partially set up. Actually, I forgot to put the jar down, so I'm going to have to go ahead and make that. Jar. Whew, clear glass, plank, and a bucket. One jar, milk jar. I don't need the, I don't think I need the milk bucket. I would be surprised if I do. However, let's go ahead and make this. I think I've got everything I need for that. There's the milk jar. Let's see if we can't get this placed underneath the cow. I was afraid of this. Alright. there's that. This was the pain in the butt right here. No, no, cow, where are you going? There we go. So this is how you put a cow in a jar, and you'll see why it's so awesome in a minute. But got that milk jar underneath the cow, and then I got the cow on top of it. And I'm going to go ahead and just take this anvil. Oh, Jesus. I totally did just do that. Alright. See if I can do this again without screwing it up. And you just right click. And guess what, guys? Boom! Cow in a jar. And if you look at it, you can see it's starting to fill with milk. And it's right now about 150 or just about out of 8,000. So each 1,000 is a bucket of milk. You can take glass jars and pull milk out of that. Use buckets, cook it. You can make cheese, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it's actually a really beneficial piece of the item if you want to use it throughout the entirety of it. So cow in a jar right there. We can check that off the book. Boom. That page is done. Another simple one. Let's go ahead and knock it out real quick. Throw that there, that there, that there. We'll place that down here in a minute. Put that there. I went ahead and took some steel ingots, smelted them down, made a couple of the patterns, and made the steel axe head, the steel tool rod, and the steel shovel head. I did that because I'm going to make the mattock. I'm going to make the mattock out of steel. Primarily, and you'll see here in a second, you'll see why. But if you just hover over the steel axe head, you see the durability is 540. It's insane. The mining level is obsidian, the speed is semi-quick, and the attack is okay. Not too concerned about the attack. It's really the speed there. That's a good one, and the durability. That's one of the biggest things that I'm looking for with the mattock. Primarily because it is so versatile and it primarily used for mining blocks. So you can really go through it really quickly. So I'm in my tool forge. I've got the mattock block here selected. I'm just putting these in here, and bam, there's the mattock, and it's a steel mattock. And you see the durability is 636. That is insane. That is insane for the durability, which is awesome. So that is now done, and we can use this to do some of our mining. That's pretty easy. You know, I should have started with this next one I want to do real quick, just because it can take a little bit of time. But I set up we'll need to grab a bucket. I set up a little area to do this next achievement. Prove to the world that sand grows sugarcane faster than dirt with a block of snad. If you're not familiar, snad is made out of sand in this form. It's just two sand blocks on top of each other. Pretty easy to craft. Oh yeah, so in between episodes, I picked out some cactus, and then I've had some sugarcane seeds from earlier on in the series that you can literally just take those, right click on a block of sand that's placed next to a water block, and they will give you a 1 block piece of sugarcane. So just letting them grow over time. Same with the cactus. I had the cactus, pulled them out of, I believe the mob farm, pulled the cactus out of, and just started growing them. The cactus was a very necessary component of the chickens, because the only way to get the green dye was from a green cactus, or was from putting green cactus or the cactus blocks into the furnace to you get the green dye. You take 8 pieces of the green dye and surround 1 single vanilla egg with the green dye, and that's how you get your green cactus green chicken. That was very important because I wanted it to have a copper chicken, so I didn't have to worry about sieving out any of the copper ore pieces. So to have a copper chicken, you need to have a cocoa brown chicken and a yellow chicken. I already had the yellow chicken. I picked that up pretty easy. That was literally one of the first ones that I did was just yellow flowers right here. Right there we go. Just a dandelion. Throw it in the crafting station, gives you yellow dye. Just a single egg surrounded with that yellow dye gives you the yellow chicken. And I went ahead and farmed those up to, or bred those yellow chickens, 2 of them together, up to a level 10 yellow chicken. As far as the cocoa brown chicken, to the other half of that, to get the copper chicken, that was a little bit more time consuming. That's where that cactus green chicken came into play. That's what I was talking about right there. It gives you the cactus green chicken egg, which turns into the chicken. And then the red chicken egg, which is just the poppy turning into red dye, and then turning that around a red egg, turning that into the chicken, raising it to 10-10-10, raising the cactus green to 10-10-10, which will give you a cocoa brown chicken at a 10-10-10 as well. That took a little bit of while. So once I had the cocoa brown chicken, I could make these 2 together, breed them, and give me the copper chicken. And I actually just got that today, and I've been working on this the last couple days. So that's why the cactus was very important for me. And the reason why I wanted the copper so bad was because, well, I have a copper broadsword, and when this thing runs down to broken state, I can repair it directly in the Tinker's Construct tool station. Just throw it in there with a little bit of copper, and it repairs it. 1 copper ingot per repair, which is why it was important for me. Alright, so onward to this test of snad versus dirt with sugarcane. The water block there, boom, boom, snad's there, dirt there. We're going to let that go. I'll come back and check on that in a little bit. I don't feel we need to sit here and watch it, so you know what, let's go back here. I gotta look at my to-do list here. What we're going to discuss, what I'm going to show you guys. Alright guys, so one of the other things I prepared for today is an awesome jetpack system. So over the course of the last couple days, I got tired of having to take stairs constantly or using water to get down to make a level to do all that. So I went ahead and made a tier 1 jetpack. Not too difficult, just kind of time consuming. The leather strap that's needed, 4 leather, 2 iron, 4 conductive iron, which you need to use the alloy smelter. It's just redstone and iron. Then you need 2 conductive iron thrusters, and to make these, this was the time-consuming part. You need overall 4 basic gears. Single basic gears, just cobblestone and sticks. Redstone conduit, which is conduit binder, which, if you remember correctly, it's clay, gravel, and an X, and then sand on the sides. Gives you 8 conduit binder composite. Throw those in the furnace. Again, the efficiency plus 15% furnace to conserve the fuel. With the binder composite in there, gives you conduit binder, and then redstone alloy, which again, the alloy smelter, redstone, and silicon. Silicon can be sag milled out of compressed sand, double compressed sand. You can get it out of a loot bag. That's where I got mine. So far, I have yet to actually use a compressed sand block in the sag mill. And so it's 3 of those. 6 conduit binders gives you 8. You only need 2 per. Again, 2 more conductive iron, so 4 more overall for the thrusters, and then 4 overall basic capacitors for the thrusters, which is redstone, gold nuggets, and copper. Again, needing that copper. The initial copper I was getting was out of the loot bags, which is one reason why it was so important for me to have that copper chicken to do that. And as you see, out of an uncommon loot bag, copper only pops up. It doesn't even give me percentage. It pops up, and not very often. Not often enough, I should say. So having that those copper chickens is kind of vital to doing some of the redstone stuff. So putting it all together in this shape gives you the thrusters, 2 thrusters, just like this, with another basic capacitor, again, like that, gives you the tier 1. Tier 1 holds 80,000 RF, has hover mode as well, and uses 32 RF per tick. So you got it, but when you make it, it's not charged up. So I made search for capacitor to make the basic capacitor bank, which holds 1,000,000 RF, and it's actually a lot cheaper than the other stuff that I had been looking up. 4 basic capacitors, again, just like that. 4 nuggets, 1 copper, 2 redstone, 4 iron ingots, and then a block of redstone, which literally a block of redstone. In that fashion, and there was the basic capacitor bank. And I'm like, well, I need to power it, and I don't think one Stirling generator is going to be enough to power it. And boy, was I right, because I tried that and it did not work very well at all. So I ended up making another Stirling generator, which, just a recap on that, for those of you that are just joining us, pretty simple, basic gear, sticks, cobblestone, piston, redstone, iron, cobblestone, and planks. And then stone bricks, which 4 stone, it's all vanilla right there, and then the furnace. Pretty simple. That gives you a Stirling generator, which throw coal in, throw wood, anything that'll burn can go in here. Got 2 of those made, and threw that on top, let it charge up, threw the jetpack in here like that, and wham! I was now able to fly. Pretty awesome. Was looking through my controls and realized, oh hey, hover mode, that's nice. You keep from dying. Go ahead and turn the rain off. Not fond of it. It's just, way too much distraction for my eyes. Haven't turned hover mode off, so it's just, I'm still just kind of hovering. So went ahead and turned that off. Key binding default is the letter N for any of you guys. But I went ahead and prepared today for the not for an achievement, but just the ease of getting around a little bit faster, moving around, is the tier 2 jetpack. Tier 2. I've already got all of this in my items except for, I need to pull that jetpack off. So those are the 4 items right there that are needed. Basic capacitor, 2 steel thrusters, and 4 electrical steel. Let's flip through those crafting recipes real quick. So, we've got the tier 1. Obviously, I just went through that. Basic capacitor, again, 2 redstone, 4 gold nuggets, and a copper ingot. 4 electrical steel, which alloy smelter. Hello, hey, that's cool. I made it with iron, silicone, and coal powder. Coal powder is throwing coal into the sag mill, and it gives you coal powder and potentially sulfur, 10%. So that's how I made the electrical steel. I made half a stack or something like that. I pulled the silicone out of the loot bags that I've been getting, but to make loot silicone, again, it's compressed sand, or throw another quartz into the furnace. Gives you a different kind of silicone and a different mod version, basically. So I put those together. That's how you make the electrical steel. The electrical steel thruster, a little bit more complicated. Again, 2 basic capacitors per, so 4 overall. 2 energy conduits. It's conductive iron, redstone and iron, and then the conduit binder, which composite, it's the clay, gravel, sand mix. Furnace that composite gives you the binder. This will give you 8 overall. You only need 4 for making the tier 2 today. Piece of redstone here, and then the machine chassis, which is, another basic capacitor so 2 for the overall, 2 of those. 4 iron, and then iron bars, which 6 bars make or 6 ingots make 16 bars. So should be one crafting recipe of iron bars should be enough for just the tier 2. So putting this all together, pull 2 machine chassis, put it all together, makes an individual steel thruster, and now we can go ahead and, after making 2 of those, make the tier 2 jetpack. And we've got to charge this up now, so we'll continue on down the road on making the tier 3 and tier 4 as well. And my electrical steel pack is fully charged, and this is charging back up to 1,000,000, so at 40 RF per tick. Let's check on that. SNAD. Yep, absolutely, totally grows faster on SNAD than dirt. So I think we can go ahead and check that off. And we're going to go ahead and pseudo-automate the nesting pins. Collecting resources. I'm going to just basically pull everything that I can out into a single chest for now, with the idea that later on I'm going to pull it all out into an ender chest that goes into a refined storage system. So let me go ahead and grab the resources for that. Do that, and that. Drop that up there. We're going to place this down for now. Where should we place this guy? You know what? That is a perfect spot for it. That's going to go ahead and fill up with 8 buckets of milk. Put that there just to keep the mobs from spawning. Cut away from camera after I get this started. Just because nobody really wants to. You know what? Just do this. Because that actually made that was actually perfect. 9 all the way across. That is amazing. I can throw transfer nodes on the back of these guys. You know what? Oh man, I bet if I had one of the awesome builder's wands, it would actually work for me. Or even a diamond one, maybe. So, as you can see, I've gone ahead, put the transfer nodes on each nesting pin, and then attach transfer pipes to that as well. So everything is attached together, and I'm going to go ahead and drop out one of those, just like that, and boom. And things should start to be filling in. Yep, here we go. So things are starting to filter in. It's going to take a little bit. I'm probably going to go ahead and put a trash can on this, get rid of the feathers. I may put in a dirt generator down here as well, and pulling out of this all the eggs, which would be great. As you see, all the eggs that are coming out are 10, 10, 10, because everything is already a 10, 10, 10. It's going to take some time to pull everything out across all of these, all the resources. Like I said, I'm probably going to have to put another chest in as well. Boom. Yep, now it's starting to go into there. So I would hope that over time I would have enough. I wouldn't fill this up over like the course of a couple hours while playing, but you never know. Like I said earlier, I plan on taking this into an ender storage system that is attached to a refined storage. leather clear because I hate the leather. Hey, look, there's the chest again. That should go ahead and complete everything I was going to do today. Automates that. I think get a pretty good idea of how to automate that as well. So check my notes here. Yeah, so that covers everything that I wanted to show you guys and do today. Appreciate you guys joining me. If you have any comments, questions, let me know. We'll facilitate. Oh, cute little bunny squirrel. If you guys have any comments, questions, ideas, oh my gosh, no. That is not okay. Oh my gosh, I just want to end the video. Why? Why are you doing this? Looks like they're killing themselves. That was not okay. Let's go ahead and I think I got a golden apple somewhere. Yes, I do. Alright, let's go after them. Oh no. Alright, my base has kind of gotten pretty large here. We're going to go ahead and check out, make sure everything is clear. There's no... Yeah, it looks like we're good. Alright guys, as I was saying before I was so rudely interrupted, you guys have any comments, questions, ideas for future content, please let me know in the comments below. If you haven't already, please go ahead and subscribe. That way you guys can follow along with the series. Would much appreciate it. Go ahead and hit that like video as well if you enjoyed what you saw today. That'd be fantastic. I hope to see you guys within the next episodes or the upcoming episodes. That'd be fantastic as well, and appreciate you guys following along. Have a great day.